How do you feel about President Biden appointing you in this prestigious position?
It's an extraordinary opportunity and time to be here because this is a time in our nation, as you have seen in the last 2 years, where we realize procurement, government purchasing, it's not just a technical issue. It's not just a kind of, policy issue. It has everything to do with building wealth in this country. We are the biggest purchaser, not only in the United States, but the world, 560 billion every single year. So when I had the opportunity to take this role at this historic time, and in part, the attention to it is very much as a result of what happened in 2020 with the murder of George Floyd, and this country suddenly realizing, wait a second, what are we doing to empower the leadership and talent, and executive leadership and talent of the Black community across this country? And that comes back to Black-owned businesses and contracting. And so as a result of Black Lives Matter and the protests, we got to a point where the president and the cabinet have very much realized this is beyond just us purchasing as a government. This is how we invest in our nation and in the talent of our country's businesses, so that we tap into that innovation, the ingenuity, but we build wealth, because that's what contracting does. It builds wealth.
From an immigrant family, how do you see the inclusiveness of the Biden-Harris administration in its appointments? Some say that it's the most diverse administration in the history of the United States. Can you bear witness to that?
Absolutely. It's not only just the most diverse. We've gotten to another level as far as Black leaders, Latino leaders, Asian American being in policy roles, because that's the key. We often find ourselves in the communications role, in the legislative affairs. But the sausage has already been made in the back rooms by then, in the closed door conference room. And so here we are at yet another historic phase where we are shaping policy.
Right.
And that's one of the things I'm so proud about this administration, about President Biden and Vice President Harris, who have been leading.
So Ron, tell our audience, what is the intersection between the Black business community and the U.S. Department of Commerce, SBA, Small Business Administration?
The U.S. Black Chamber is really founded on our 5 pillars. Advocacy being the first one, access to capital, contracting, which is extremely important to what we were just discussing, entrepreneurial training, that's had a huge impact on Black businesses over the last couple of years. We lost 41% of our businesses, and when they were surveyed, the majority of them, over 70%, said...
How'd you lose these businesses? Was it because of COVID, or was it because of lack of opportunity, or a combination?
Combination. We were already facing challenges prior to COVID. During COVID, we saw a bad policy, as was being discussed under the Payroll Protection Plan, which really did not include our business.